I didn't get the point across quick enough. I did my best. I didn't say it loud enough. I'm sorry. Shall we?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you. Close enough?
Sure. Just do one note, dude. Don't even worry about the second note.
1, 2, 3, 4. I'll do it again. Chewing on a piece of grass, walking down the road. Tell me, how long you gonna stay here, Joe? Some people say this town don't look good in snow. You don't care, I know. Ventura Highway in the sunshine, where the days are longer, the nights are stronger than moonshine. You're gonna go, I know. There's a free wind blowing through your hair, and the days surround your daylight there. Seasons crying, no despair. Alligator lizards in the air, in the air. Wishing on a falling star, waiting for the early train. Sorry, boy, but I've been hit by purple rain. Ah, come on, Joe, you can always change your name. Thanks a lot, son, just the same. Ventura Highway in the sunshine, where the days are longer, the nights are stronger than moonshine. You're gonna go, I know. There's a free wind blowing through your hair, and the days around your daylight there. Seasons crying, no despair. Alligator lizards in the air, in the All right.
Wow.
Welcome, everybody. It's sunny out. Woohoo!
I know. I gotta fix this. Yeah, the OCD in me just couldn't deal with that. Okay, welcome everybody. Happy almost Martin Luther King Day. We are gonna be doing some celebrating of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. today, and it's so perfect because we're still in our series of the 12 powers, and he exemplified so many of our 12 powers, and we're going to concentrate on 3 of them today. But I'm super excited. There's a lot to celebrate. We have some people who used to come years ago that are back visiting. Susan and Stacy that I happened to run into at lunch. Susan actually stayed at our house years ago during the fires, remember? She actually she said, you put me up for a little while. Yeah, and then we also have a friend, Darlene, who's come down from Sacramento, moved to our neighborhood, and Reverend Mary Lacaille told her to come. Oh, and we have another person next to her that's just walked in. So what's your name? Judy, I don't mean to embarrass you, but all of you guys get hugs if you take hugs. Okay.
Thanks,
Yes.
awesome.
This is a huggy group. If you're into it, say yes. Okay. So
Huggy bear.
we're huggy, but we also respect you if you're not. So you can say no hugs, please. It's okay. We're good with that. Well, before we get going, we want to take this time to welcome each other. Meet whoever's next to you. Say hello. Hi, Mary. Say hello to the person next to you, and we'll say hello to those online and play the welcome video.
And now,
Hi. I didn't say hi to you. Hello, baby. Mwah. Mwah.
I am at home in the heart of God. I am at home in the heart. My mind is anchored in the truth. My mind is anchored in truth. I'm living free in the heart of God. I'm living free in the heart. I'm life. I'm love. I'm living proof. I'm life. I'm love. I'm living proof. There can never be separated me when I live in the consciousness of peace. When I let go, I'm released. I'm living love. I'm living love. I'm living free.
Yep.
I'm staying up.
All right, everybody, stand up. It's time
This
to talk
isn't
about
right.
God being our source.
Hey,
And the
that's
song
not-
is called
oh, yeah, that's right.
God is My Source.
I thought that was wrong.
Oh, yeah. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. Let's hear it. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. Again, love is my source of love. Love is my power. Love gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Love gives me everything I need. Peace.
Peace is my source.
Peace is my source.
Peace is my power.
Peace gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Peace gives me everything I need. Joy is my source. Joy is my power. You got that right. Joy gives me everything I need. Oh yeah. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Joy gives me everything I need. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks. Here we go. For all my blessings. Let me hear it. God gives me everything I need.
Woo!
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
You got the power, baby. You got the power. We got to feel this power in the room today. I'm feeling it. Even Leslie brought in purple flowers. Woo! Woo! Okay, so we're going to settle in for a second. Let's join me in an opening prayer. See if we can just bring all that energy right in and plant it, ground it into the seat, down into Mother Earth. Infinite spirit of life, love, and wisdom, we gather together this day in sacred remembrance and in deep gratitude. We give thanks for the life and legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., for his courage to speak truth, for his strength to stand in love, and for his unwavering faith in the goodness unfolding through humanity. Whew. Today we not only honor this man, but the divine principles he lived. Justice rooted in love, peace grounded in courage, and unity born of our shared oneness consciousness. We remember that the same spirit that inspired his entire dream lives and moves within each of us. The same power of love that guided his steps is present within each and is ready to be expressed through our thoughts, our minds, and our actions. As we begin this time together, we open our hearts to greater compassion. We open our minds to higher understanding and our lives to being instruments of peace. And may we listen deeply, love boldly, and walk faithfully in the way of nonviolence, dignity, and truth, and with gratitude for each other and for this holy space and for the divine powers alive within each of us. We honor the life of Dr. Martin Luther King and dedicate this sacred service to the awakening of the Christ within all people and to the realization of a world where divine love prevails. And so it is, my friends, and so we let it be. Amen. Whew. One of my favorite quotes of Dr. King's was the difference between a dreamer and a visionary is that a dreamer has his eyes closed and a visionary has his eyes open. And for some reason on Wednesday night at meditation, when Adam suggested we sing this song, which we hadn't done in a while, I went, that's our song for Sunday. So it's an old one. We haven't done it in a while. Rick learned it for us.
Open the eyes of my heart, Lord. Open the eyes of my heart. I want to see you. I want to see you. Help me out, everybody. Now you know how it goes. Open the eyes of my heart, Lord. Ooh. Open the eyes of my heart. I want to see you. I want to see you. To see you high and lifted up, shining in the light of your glory. Pour out your power and love as we sing, holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy, holy. I want to see you. Open the eyes of my heart, Lord. Yeah. Open the eyes of my heart. I want to see you. Oh, I want to see you. Open the eyes of my heart. Oh, open the eyes. Open the eyes. I want to see. Open my eyes. I want to see. Let's go on. To see you high and lifted up, shining in the light of your glory. Pour out your power and love as we sing, holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy, holy. let's do that again. Hey, holy, 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 I want to see you. Nice job out there, everybody. It's funny, I can't keep my eyes open when I'm singing that song. Like, open the eyes. I keep reminding myself to open my eyes.
Because it's opening the eyes of your heart.
That's right, it's my heart that's open.
Okay, hi everyone.
Again.
All right, let me just get this in the right order here. Okay, so my name is Gail, and I'm one of the members of the Unity of the Oaks prayer team, and I'll be available to pray with you after service in the prayer room in the fellowship hall. There is also a prayer request form in the seat pocket in front of you, and you may place your prayer requests in the prayer box located on the table in the back of the room. Every prayer request is held sacred and confidential by our prayer team for 30 days. We know that within God all things are possible. And now, let's prepare for our time of meditation with the reading from the daily word. So the word of the day is dream, January 19th, 2026. And the affirmation is, my dreams give me purpose and strength. When I feel discouraged about the state of the world, I remember the words of Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., who famously said, even though we face the difficulties of today and tomorrow, I still have a dream. These words remind me that even when a goal feels out of reach, even when I grow weary, even when progress feels too slow, I can maintain the vision I am working towards. This action helps me preserve and strengthens my resolve and determination. I am buoyed by the awareness that others have the dream of an equitable, and harmonious world. Together we dream it, and together we achieve it. Okay, and this is from the Bible, Numbers 12:6. And he said, hear my words. When there are prophets among you, I, the Lord, make myself known to them in visions. I speak to them in dreams. Thank you.
Okay, we'll do it this way. So let's take our time in the stillness by just adjusting yourself in the seat, finding the most comfortable position you can. We're going to take an interesting voyage. Turn your focus within, and let's take a collective breath together. Breathe in peace slowly and deeply, and breathe out, releasing any tension, any concerns of the day. And let's focus our attention on the quiet presence of God within us, and rest in the awareness that we live, move, and have our being in this presence. Now imagine within you there's a sacred space. This space is your inner domain, a place of thought, feeling, and imagination. It's a spiritual territory that belongs only to you. Take another breath in. Feel yourself arriving in this domain. Here you are free. Here you are whole. Here you have spiritual authority. You have strength that's enduring, faith and trust, assurance that everything is working for your highest good. Everything, no matter the appearance. So look around this space. Without judgment, without trying to figure anything out, notice what fills this space. Are there images or thoughts running like little codes looping in the background? Are there feelings flowing like currents of energy? Just notice. No judgment. Now I want you to remember that you are the keeper of this domain. You have been given dominion, loving stewardship, the authority to choose what is allowed to live here in your sacred domain. If there are any old programs of fear or doubt, you may simply release them, just like clearing away a virus from your system. You can restore your domain to its original, pure, radiant, and perfect design. You are made in the image and likeness of God, of the divine. And say to yourself, I am a radiant light of God. Take another breath in. And let it out slowly. On the next breath, I invite you to breathe in more light and allow the light to fill your domain with peace. And on the next breath, breathe in love and feel it multiply within you. And on the next breath, breathe in creativity. And you begin to sense new ideas flowing in, ready to be expressed into the world. Yes. This domain, your personal domain, is a holy, holy, holy space. And your dominion is divine authority. You have the strength and the faith to choose what thoughts to host here, what energy to magnify, what truth to shine outward. And we're going to say a few affirmations quietly to ourselves. I have the strength and the faith to hold dominion over my thoughts and feelings. I fill my domain with peace, love, harmony, and light. I am blessed and I multiply the good. Yes. Now imagine your inner domain radiating outward like a beautiful website, sending signals across the great web of life. Your peace flows outward. Your love flows outward. Your creativity flows outward as you bless and touch the world with your light. And rest for a moment in that knowing, remembering you are whole You are blessed. You are a steward of divine dominion. Yes, and when you are ready, you can begin to gently bring your awareness back to the body, back to the breath, and back to this present moment. Perhaps wiggling your fingers and toes, and when you open your eyes, remember to carry with you the light of your domain and the joy of your dominion. And so it is, my friends. I love you.
God gave us all the gifts we need inside us. 12 powers to create our perfect earth. So as we walk the footsteps of our journey, see the brilliance of the colors and their worth. Blue is for the faith to believe in. Spring green will give us strength to carry on. To guide us, yellow's wisdom, shining like the sun. Pink is unity, desire, and love. Purple's power to master and create, with imagination like the colors of the sky. Gold for understanding truth, and silver for the will to choose to see the good in everything in life. We can see the good in everything in life. Olive green to organize, adjust, and balance. Orange zeal to give our purpose, passion's light. Russet for releasing and letting go what doesn't serve. And red to energize our life's sweet life. Purple's power to master and create, with imagination like the colors of the sky. Gold's for understanding truth, and silver for the will to choose to see the good in everything in life. We can choose the good in everything. God's gifts open our hearts to see the powers in you and me. You and me. Sing this part with us. Purple's power to master and create, with imagination like the colors of the sky. Gold's for understanding truth, and silver for the will to choose to see the good in everything in life. We can choose the good in everything in life.
as we walk the footsteps of our journey.
I couldn't help myself.
I'm so happy you came up. Might as well stay up. Get up and stay up.
It's that change the hat thing, you know. I kind of forget. I sit down on that part. Hey, babe, apparently there's a little network issue, so I'll just stick with this for a moment. So, spiritual dominion, strength rooted in faith. Okay, how do I explain that? In celebrating the life of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., we have to just recognize it's so perfect how many Unity 12 powers, or for those of you who may not know what our Unity 12 powers are, we are doing a workshop in February 8th, I believe, to go deeper into what our 12 powers are. But here they are on the wall. There are 12 spiritual aspects that our co-founder, Charles Fillmore, came up with for us based on the 12 disciples and what they represent metaphysically in the Bible. It's a beautiful concept, knowing that we naturally and divinely inherited these qualities, these aspects, these faculties, and we can call on them and use them whenever we need to. So we know that, first slide, honey. We know that love was at the core of Dr. Martin Luther King's message. Unconditional, redemptive, agape love, the kind of unifying love that transforms individuals and even societies, right? But I'm going to save the love one because Valerie's going to be talking about love on our last 12 Powers talk. We're doing this series, so for the next few weeks, we're staying with the 12 Powers. So we are going to look at dominion, strength, and faith, three of the clearest powers expressed through Dr. King's life and ministry. And now dominion is also known as power. And the reason we sing power instead of dominion is because it's a lot easier to sing power than it is to sing dominion. You know, how would you say it? Like purple's dominion. I don't know, it wouldn't quite work. So there are other words for power. We can say mastery. We can say authority, authority in right action, authority, how did I put that? We can say authority rightly used. That's the way we can talk about it. Power or mastery. I like to say mastery a lot of times. And that color is purple. So, of course, today we got the purple, the blue, and I didn't have anything that had also spring green in it. So you just have to use your imagination because we're doing all three. Dr. King embodied spiritual authority for sure, not force. This is not about force. His leadership came through moral clarity and inner mastery and alignment with the truth of his heart and his being. And he demonstrated dominion as self-mastery and the power to choose love over fear or anger or violence. And I'm going to mention that a lot because that's his legacy. Strength is probably his most visible power. And that's not physical strength or aggression. That is inner courage, especially through pressure and adversity. He had strength of character. He had strength like stamina. He had, well, I'm going to give you a lot of examples. Dr. King embodied nonviolence, as we know. And despite threats and imprisonment and ultimate sacrifice, he stayed that course. And his faith in God and in humanity's capacity to awaken was also a huge power that shined through him. Unity defines faith as the perceiving power of the mind. It's sort of related to our vision and our knowing. Dr. King saw a world not yet visible, and he spoke it into being, and that is so unity, is it not? That's what we are taught to do. He also had zeal, holy enthusiasm, and spiritual fire. His passion energized an entire movement without ever tipping into hatred or revenge. Zeal disciplined with love is very much his signature, right? And finally, wisdom. These are a lot of powers and probably many more. The ability to apply spiritual truth to real-world conditions. That's how his wisdom was applied. His speeches and his sermons revealed profound discernment and clarity of mind. He was very clear. And just for today's talk, we're going to stick with these, like I said. Next slide. Dominion, strength, and faith. So those were all the faculties that we just talked about. Love, dominion, strength, faith, zeal, and wisdom. Next one. Dominion, strength, and faith really captured Dr. King's spiritual authority, his moral courage, and unwavering trust in the divine unfolding. Next slide. Unity defines, I love that color purple, it's one of my favorites, dominion as spiritual authority rooted in love. And the disciple who represents this power is Andrew. I don't know if you know much about Andrew, but I'll tell you a little bit. And the color is purple. You can pick your shade of purple, but it's the color purple. That's the color I picked. Location in the body is the throat, which is sometimes associated with the spoken word. This is where we have a lot of our authority in what we say, what we claim. We forget that we are so powerful. We need to witness all that we say, everything that comes out of our mouths, because it's, as we become even more conscious, it becomes even more powerful. Correct? Most of you know this now. Can't even say an icky thing. Can't even feel an icky thing anymore. It's like, okay, no, can't go there. It's really important to stand guard and discipline yourself. Really be at the gate of this, listening to what's coming out of you. Unity metaphysically interprets Andrew as the disciple who brought people to Christ. He was a leader, and he directed with spiritual authority others to Jesus. Remember Peter with the loaves and the fishes, the little boy? He brought Peter to Christ. This reflects dominion as the ability to recognize truth and align others with it. But we have to begin with ourselves. So apparently Andrew did this all throughout the Bible. He was that person who would just sort of say, oh, here, let me bring you to Jesus. He would do it. So that's where he gets this dominion authority. Next slide. Dominion is not domination. It is not power or control over others. It is self-mastery, mastery of the inner life. It is the power to govern one's thoughts, words, and actions from the Christ consciousness. It is spiritual authority aligned with divine law. And I don't know if you know now, but because Karen asked us last week to put the slides up, Summer has downloaded them, and she's going to put them up on the website along with the live stream every week. So you don't have to worry about taking the pictures. You don't have to say, wait, I didn't get that. You can go and download in a PDF all of the slides. Yay, thank you, Summer. So Dr. King, thank you, Karen, for asking, and Betsy for asking. Dr. King governed his thoughts, words, and actions with a deep commitment to nonviolence. He was rooted in prayer and spiritual discipline. That's the word I was looking for. We have to have that spiritual discipline to hear what's coming out of us, to hear what we are claiming. Are we claiming health and well-being? Are we claiming prosperity and abundance? Are we claiming love? Are we claiming joy? That's what we need to remember. He demonstrates that true dominion arises when we allow divine wisdom to lead our actions rather than reacting from human emotion. So every time, if we can default to the minute that human emotion arises, stopping, pausing, taking a second, and actually listening and leading with love, letting our actions lead with love. And vulnerability helps. For me, I find that if I become defensive or if I become, reactive, a lot of times it's a protective habit. It's an old protective habit. And if I just stop and say, what's really the truth for me? And I allow myself to be vulnerable in that moment, the other person can receive it so much better than if I attack. Are you with me? Okay. So let's do a couple of affirmations for dominion. I exercise, let's do it with me, I exercise dominion through the Christ within. I govern my life with wisdom, love, and spiritual authority. And this power for him, this faculty is also closely related to his power of strength. Let's look at the next one. Strength is courage that perseveres. The disciple who represents the power of strength is Philip. The color is spring green, for those of you who saw Lily's Light and our little green animated friends who sang spring green. Okay, the location in the body is the loins, symbolizing stability and endurance. That's a good way to remember it. Metaphysically, Philip represents the faculty of strength through understanding and persistence. Philip often asked questions, a lot of questions. He was the one who said, Lord, just show us the Father and we'll be content. Just show it to us. You know, he was always asking and growing. And he had strength and a willingness to stay engaged, to keep asking, to not give up. And unity defines, next one, love, strength as fortitude, courage, and endurance. The inner capacity to remain steadfast, resilient, and loving in the face of challenge. Unity teaches us that true strength is not brute force, but quiet, faithful endurance grounded in spiritual understanding. And Dr. King's strength was not loud or aggressive. Well, I don't know. Sometimes he was a little passionate, so he might have been a bit loud. But it wasn't about being obnoxious. It was strength to keep loving when hatred was directed at him. That was one of the most amazing things. His strength to keep marching when progress was slow. He stayed the course. That's what strength does for us. It gives us stamina. And the strength to remain faithful to the vision, even when the cost was high. Correct? Yes. Strength is not the absence of fear. It is the willingness to move forward while trusting something bigger than fear, trusting God, always. Trusting what you know in your heart to be true. Next slide. Let's do an affirmation of strength together. Ready? I am strong, courageous, and resilient. I endure with grace and confidence. Yay. So anything that you've got on your agenda to do, call on strength when you start to get weary, when you start to think it's not going anywhere. Call on your strength. Call on your inner aspect of strength to endure and to keep moving. And then the last one I want to talk about is Dr. King's life was also reflected deep faith. One of the reasons that we did a traditional unity Christian hymn today, because it really was an honor of Dr. Martin Luther King. Unity defines faith as trust in divine order and possibility. There's that divine order that we had an entire talk about last week. And by the way, I just have to side note, I did clean my closets. I found myself all week long cleaning and organizing. Did anybody else have that? Okay, even though I was telling you that order wasn't really about that, I got to add that back because I really felt it. I was cleaning, throwing away, organizing, order. That's where I was. I thought, okay, I'm going to listen to that. So metaphysically, Peter represents, we didn't get to the location of the body. It's the pineal gland, the eye of faith, right? Yes. Isn't that the third eye? Okay. So Peter represents the faith faculty that forms the foundation of spiritual realization. Jesus says, upon this rock, I will build my church, symbolizing faith as the inner rock of conviction. Peter's the one who stepped out of the boat in faith. He demonstrated faith in action even when he was afraid. He saw Jesus on the water and he said, okay. And he demonstrated faith and he walked until he doubted. Next slide. Unity teaches that faith is not blind belief, but spiritual perception anchored in divine truth. The ability to see beyond appearances, I love this, to perceive the good and to trust the invisible good unfolding. Even before any outer evidence appears and even when conditions contradict it. I love that. It is absolute belief and then trust in God's presence and power. When Dr. King spoke of a dream, he was doing what unity teaches us to do, holding a vision in consciousness until it takes form. That's what we all know how to do. Faith is the bridge between vision and manifestation, and Dr. King stood firmly on that bridge, holding that vision. And that's what he inspired us to do with his life. So let's say an affirmation of faith. Here we go. I am established on the rock of faith. I trust God's unfailing presence and power within me. So remember the meditation that we did about your inner domain, focusing on that. This came to me because I looked up the dictionary definition of what dominion meant. Next slide. And both the words dominion and domain are derived from the Latin word dominium, which comes from dominus, which means lord or master, and is related to domus. Gosh, that sounds like hummus. Domus. Am I hungry? Okay. Meaning house, indicating a master or owner of a house. I like this. So dominion in Scripture, like we were talking about, I want you to remember in Scripture in Genesis, in the creation story, I think it's 1:26, perhaps, something like that. God was creating humankind in his image and likeness, and he also said humankind had dominion over the earth. Well, we have to be clear that dominion is not domination or exploitation, right? Dominion is spiritual mastery, the realization that we are not at the mercy of conditions or appearances. Dominion is the power of consciousness, the authority to choose love over fear, truth over illusion, peace over turmoil. It's the gentle yet mighty realization that we are co-creators, shaping reality through the vibration of our thoughts and intentions. Dominion in Scripture and domain in modern technology both point to a similar core idea. So it was fun for me to figure that one out because we are in a technological age. So when we think about a domain, it's very much about dominion. It's an area of influence, authority, and stewardship. And that's an easy way for us to look at what dominion means, right? Or am I silly? I just thought that was really fun. I liked figuring that one out. Next slide. Dr. King embodied dominion when, by inner clarity and moral authority, he responded to a call. And he chose nonviolence as the guiding principle. And he spoke truth with power. From pulpits, from prisons, from podiums, he never became hardened. He never became hateful. His authority was always aligned with truth, the truth within him. Next slide. Dr. King embodied strength when he endured imprisonment. Using confinement actually became an opportunity for him to produce one of the most powerful spiritual and moral documents of the movement while he was in prison. He continued after threats, bombings, and constant danger. He chose to move forward rather than to retreat. And he bore the emotional weight of leadership, holding hope not only for himself, but for an entire people, again and again and again returning to courage. Next slide. Dr. King embodied faith when he proclaimed the dream, seeing the future that had not yet been manifested. And he trusted that justice would prevail, often saying that the universe bends towards justice. I didn't even know he thought that. He spoke from hope rather than despair, even at the end of his life, declaring that he had been to the mountaintop and glimpsed the promised land. And we take our time in the stillness, when we go beyond the repetitive repeating of what we know in consciousness, which is our habit, when we take time in the stillness to dream, to picture, to vision, to allow spirit to inspire us, to pluck from what is not yet manifested, but what we know can be. When we take time for that, we can create a new world, a better world, instead of just being on this hamster wheel of recreating and recreating. That is what Abraham means by deliberate creation. We become deliberate creators when we actually take time to pluck from the divine mind, pluck from higher intelligence, divine intelligence, instead of repeating what we have habitually got, the tapes, the loops, the programming from our computer, from our domain. Take time to stop, meditate, clear out the old programs, allow the new and creative ideas to flow in. Let's do that this week. Okay, I think we're on the next one. Dr. King's life shows us dominion directed the movement with wisdom and love. Faith provided the vision, and strength sustained the journey. Faith sees possibility, and strength gives us stamina. So when we bring these powers together, it reminds us that spiritual transformation always begins within and expresses outward. And it can change lives, communities, and history itself. I love this one. When we add faith and strength, one sees the mountaintop and the other keeps climbing. So think about that. When you have faith in something, when you picture it and you vision it, then you call on your strength to move you towards it. Whatever that vision is, whatever that dream is. Dr. King demonstrated that spiritual principles are not meant to stay in the realm of ideas. They are meant to be embodied. I am empowering you today to embody your visions, your dreams. And they are meant to be part of our living a spiritual life, being love in action, living spirituality in action, bringing the 3 P's, prayer, principle, and presence, into the streets, and as Dr. Martin Luther King did, into the courts, into the collective consciousness of the nation. He lived that practical spirituality that Unity teaches. And we are going to do the same thing. We talked about 3 powers and 3 P's, principle, presence, and prayer. So the last slide. As we honor him today, I want to invite you to ask yourself, what divine powers is life asking me to express right now? Where am I called to stand in love, to claim spiritual strength, to exercise dominion over fear, to walk by faith toward a higher vision? So think about that this week, and in answering these questions, we continue his work, not just remembering the dream, but living it. You got it? I love you so much. God bless.
All right. All right, song by Karen Drucker called I've Got the Power. And please sing along if you know it. Just drums. All right, we need y'all.
I got the power, you got the power, we got the power. I've got the power, you got the power, we got the power.
Let's do it again.
I got the power, you got the power, we got the power. I've got the power, we got the power, we got the power. Let's do it! I've got the power to make all my dreams come true. I've got the power, there's nothing I can do. I've got the power to be anything I want. I've got the power inside of me. I've got the power inside of me. Oh, every day I'm wasting my time thinking that someone else will do it all for me. I've got to get up, get out, get it, just get started. Take one step towards my destiny. I'll define my direction with clear-cut intention. Declare what will be and then watch it come to me. Everybody sing, I've got the power to make all my dreams come true. I've got the power, there's nothing I can do. I've got the power to be anything I want. I've got the power inside of me. I've got the power inside of me. We're gonna break it down. I got the power, you got the power, we got the power. Yeah. I've got the power, you got the power, we got the power. Say it again. I've got the power, you got the power, we got the power. I've got the power, you got the power, we got the power. Oh yeah. Well, there are days when I feel I'm just no good. Days when I don't even want to try. But when I stop, look and listen and surrender, I hear a voice of truth I can't deny. It says, you know you can do it, just get down to
it. Have faith in yourself and the will to see it through. 'Cause I got the power to make all my dreams come true. I've got the power, there's nothing I can't do. I've got the power to be anything I want, yes. I got the power inside of me. Oh yeah. I got the power inside of me. Let's do it. Let's bring it down again. I got the power. You got the power. We got the power. I got the power. You got the power. We got the power. Say it again. I got the power. You got the power. We got the power. This is it. I got the power. You got the power. We got the power. Nice out there. Oh yeah. And I felt that too. I can tell because I'm out of breath. All right, Stacy's coming up.
Just makes you want to dance. Okay, hello, I am Stacy, your board member of the day. Here is our mission, if you will please read it with me. Unity of the Oaks is a loving, accepting, and heart-centered spiritual community here to be love and action, to encourage personal growth, awaken spiritual curiosity, and transform lives. I'm out of breath. Woo!
Perfect.
If you would like to bless us with a love offering, we have several ways for you to give. In the seat in front of you are envelopes for cash or check. Make sure to include your name if you'd like a record of your donation. You'll also find our text to give information. At any time, you can visit our website to give. If you've given electronically, please bless the basket that Bruce is passing out and pass it along. Now let's take a moment to focus our attention on our giving heart. As we feel the abundance of receiving, we visualize the mission statement coming to life. Now please join me in the love offering blessing. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I give in love and I trust God.
I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed.
We're most grateful for all of your contributions to our community as we grow it with lots of events and classes, which is what Summer is going to tell you about.
Thank you so much, Stacy. We're doing a little switcheroo, so she's gonna run slides for me while I'm up here. I'll just give her a moment. Thank you. Okay, so book group is meeting today after service to discuss How to Hold a Cockroach by Matthew Maxwell. All are welcome to join. And we've also been invited by CSL to attend a peace vigil in remembrance of Dr. Martin Luther King's vision. It will take place tomorrow at 6 p.m. at St. Francis of Assisi Episcopal Church in Simi Valley. And we are also excited to welcome back April Jules for her sound healing experience. It's incredible. There's a sign-up sheet in the back, so please just let us know if you're attending so we can just make sure we have enough space. And then Valerie Kobabe is leading her vision board workshop on January 25th after service. Please join her for a time of intention setting and visualizing your year ahead. I did it last year, and I think so did Rev Sherry and a bunch of people, and it was incredible. So it's very unique. I would highly suggest you come. And then there's a quick date change. Andrew Seglio's 2-day acting class is now on Friday, February 6th and Saturday, February 7th, and both days are going to be at 6 p.m., but the only difference is that the second day, Saturday, will be at 10 p.m. So just let us know if you're planning to attend by using the sign-up sheet in the back. And then Reverend Sherry and Valerie are leading a workshop that will do a deep dive on Unity's 12 powers. So make sure to join them on Sunday, February 8th after service from 12 to 3 p.m. And lastly, Leslie Corby is hosting a floral design workshop for Valentine's Day on February 14th from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. And it's going to be a great day of sweet treats, flowers, vases. Is it vases or vases? Either one. Okay. How many people say vase? Okay, whoa. Okay, so vases. And she'll have all the supplies you may need to make your own floral design. Space is limited, so please use the sign-up sheet in the back to reserve your spot. And if you need help purchasing a ticket, just see me after the service. And I think that is it. This information can always be found in the email newsletter we send out each week, so make sure you're signed up. And now, Reverend Sherry.
You can stay if you want. We have some, yeah, you're welcome to stay up here. I'm excited that the flower arrangement day is on Valentine's. So if you haven't gotten something for a dear one, you can actually make an arrangement on that day. That's a pretty sweet idea. So we didn't have somebody's name on our birthday list at the beginning of the month, and so he had a birthday yesterday, and we want to wish Will a happy birthday. Happy birthday, Will!
Yeah. Woo.
Not only that, but Will has jumped in. He became a member. When did you become a member? August of last year? Yeah. Okay. He came in even before he was a member, helped us with the Renaissance Fair, always shows up and offers to help. He's now part of hospitality. He also filled in for Layla, learned how to do the live stream. Will is constantly supporting and helping our community, and so we are giving you a Love in Action Award, Will Dougherty. So come here. I actually have a little gift for you, and I'm thinking, where did I put it? It might be in my car, so I'll have to give it to you after. But we want to just bless you. Can we bless you? Okay, everybody, we're going to give him a big old blessing. Okay, ready? Will, we love you, we bless you, we truly appreciate you, and we behold the Christ you are. So awesome. And he sang at the concert. Oh my God. I mean, you're amazing. I want to thank Leslie for coming with the purple flowers today. And I want to thank Stacy for doing double duty, board member and ambassador. And Melba, we don't have to ask about a rollaway bed for you because you bought one. Okay, that's out. After our event planning meeting, we decided that we were going to send out an availability form to see when folks are available and what they are really wanting to do. So that's going to be sent out this week.
Linked in the e-letter, so just make sure it'll be linked in the e-letter. So, or I can send it to your personal email. Either way, there'll be multiple ways to access it.
Okay, and you will be getting your donation totals or tallies from us. They will be emailed unless you need them otherwise, so let us know. And thank you, Tony and Christine, for hospitality today. They're probably already in there. It's time for our peace song and prayer for protection. Have a great week.
Yeah. There is peace on earth, and yes, it begins with me. Yes, there is peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be with God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Yes, peace begins with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Yes, there is peace on earth, and yes, it begins with me. The light of God surrounds us. We are the light. The love of God enfolds us. We are the love. The power of God protects us. We are the power. The presence of God watches over us. We are the presence. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.